XRP is trading below 0.55. That's a 15% drop from the local high we made within last 24 hours. Bitcoin is below 64,000 and the market looks like dropping. What do you really think is happening? If you do look back, you can actually see the arguments which we made in the SI family, and I reiterated that yesterday at the local top, highlighting that this is the first major resistance and you should be watching this video again. And right now the market highlight the fact that it was true, and it is true. There are multiple factors into this, not just the price action of XRP, but also the entire crypto market and the macro market situation. When you do see a zoomed in chart like this, what we feel is that the Charles Schwab as a bank is dropping and dropping like nuts, and it's all over for them. Fine. But then, yeah, it is true when you're on a daily, it feels like that. But where the hell is this going towards? Is that another banking crisis coming soon? Will that impact crypto positively? Because right now you do see they can allocate this. So the funding towards the crypto side is increasing. And if they are to start this in a year from this point onwards, what do you think corporations are going to do? That's going to happen in the cycle and as soon as possible. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, when you're looking at XRP, yes, the price is back in this trading zone, and that is one of the reasons why I reiterated in yesterday's video that this range of price action where we faked out multiple times, which we call standard deviation, can be valid. That 11-12% run up just above the breakout zone on a 3-day or a weekly, you'll feel this is the breakout zone. But then you can actually see that standard deviation. So right now you go back into the price action and you see there is a possibility that this is just the wave one of whatever it is going to do. Agreed. So XRP gives you an idea that it can be this thing playing out, a move to the 0.64, a rejection back to 0.48, then a run up to 0.9, a drop towards the next level of support of 0.6768, and then further to 1.5 to $2. That still is a possibility. So when you're in the market, you're not only looking at one angle, you're looking at all the probabilities which the market is showing you. Say if all these lines look choppy, remove all of them and ask yourself where the market is right now. And you'll actually get one answer which is a little bit easier than the entire lines which are being plotted. Just one chart with one line argues this to you. The price action now wants to make this zone as a reaccumulation with a spring. Remember last time we got the Wyckoff Creek without a spring, you went up. Now this is another level of accumulation which we call reaccumulation, showing you it's kind of forming another Wyckoff Creek with a spring. So most likely you'll actually see this going up. And my argument for more money coming into the crypto market is not just from one bank, but from the macroeconomic environment. And then the way investing works into crypto, it's changing. Because when you actually put a monthly chart of Charles Schwab, the drop which you just saw on a daily is just small. It's tiny, teeny bit. What we have seen historically is an ABC move, which is big. Now, your corrective wave is bigger than your impulse. So the impulse itself is now turning to the downside. Fine. So at that point, the first big question becomes like, what's the macro support? That should be somewhere close to 50. The price is now close to 62. So there is no much room to drop. Is that what you think? Then zoom a little bit out and ask yourself, what's the long-term trend? At that point, you'll have to argue that the price has to drop another 50%. Because in historical terms, when you do look at this particular stock or that industry, you'll understand that they drop 80 to 90% as well. Not just crypto. This is a bank, right? This is a banking institution, which kind of shows you right now it stays around 36% downside. And the lowest it saw was like 54 to the downside. And it can drop 70, 80, 90%. So here in the banking institution, when you do get trouble, you'll actually watch how the economy is doing. That's why they're getting hit. And that's the area where a lot of retail cannot participate, or they are not willing to participate in the crypto market. And as soon as the smart money enters back here and the price go back up, then they'll sell their house, the car, whatever they have to find liquidity to enter crypto. We've seen this back in 2021. Same thing repeats. But the market has its own way of confusing people. And this time, with the amount of financial institutions, the whales, that's through the sky. The manipulation, the level of it is through the sky. Staying well educated is so important. See, you look at Bitcoin for now. That's a daily chart of Bitcoin, arguing you the perspective which I shared earlier. Say, wave one of this micro move is coming. Now, we would like to see that it is not an ABC, and it is a 1, 2, 3 pattern. The 1, the 2, the 3. That's what we would love to see. But what if the price action shows you this is an ABC which gets rejected here? Now, that's where you'll have to look at the weekly or a monthly and ask yourself, okay, if you do get rejected at that point, what would that actually mean? Because right now, the price action suggests that this previous support is now acting as a resistance. You're now below that particular zone, which we thought it can be the distribution phase. But now it shows, yeah, there is a possibility there. The possibilities of reaccumulation is being slowed down. So what you have is just a breakout scenario, which you broke to the downside. A retest and a rejection, come back down to 53. So that is one of the odds in Bitcoin. But then you go on to Ether. You go on to the entire altcoin market side, and they show you a different scenario here. And that's where I was saying, if whales want us to believe that it's changed, the market is about to go back higher, and if they are giving you the news, the media, the attention, and everything you need to think that the price is going that way, most likely they are preparing the market to kick a lot of retail out and then go higher. So that kind of a drop, it's not new and it's not that big, but it will still bring them liquidity by liquidating those who are levered for long. And if you are levered with 5x, 10x, 15, 20x, that's going to be a crazy side, because the range here for Ether and the altcoin market would look something like this. That's a pattern, the broadening wedge to the downside, a descending broadening wedge, which usually breaks to the upside. But until that breakout, retest, and bounce comes in, it's going to be a game of risk, but game of patience as well. Now look at the dollar. It bounced off from that support. I thought we lost that support, but right now it shows you that it is coming back up. Now, what's to look further is that there is no divergence as of now. The price and the RSI is following each other. So what we do want on a micro scenario, that's what we want. We want to see if the market will give us that. There is a rejection here. If that's possible, then it's okay. The cool-off period in the crypto will be shorter. But remember, we talked about gold and the probability of gold breaking this and then crypto slowing down a few days back. Now gold is breaking higher. It is trying to retest that breakout. While that time, we already argued crypto is going to be slow, 10, 15, 20 days. You'll actually see all the updates in the SR family where we go through all of this on a regular basis. And if you'd like to take benefit of that, just like the 1,200 plus members, you can use the link in the description below to reach me and see whatever I post and my thoughts on the entire crypto market, where we go regularly stable, going through the market, giving you all the thoughts as it is, so that you don't misunderstand what the market is showing you. So now coming back to the point. If you're here and you understand that the macroeconomy kind of gives you an idea that people need something else. And that can be one of the area where you see, okay, the big funds, the big guys, they're actually moving heavily into crypto. We're watching BlackRock's buying another 1,000 Bitcoin kind of each day. We're watching them preparing. We're watching the banking institution getting the green light to go into crypto. That actually means, okay, liquidity is about to come in. But when that liquidity is about to come in, they usually do some choppy moves. Say, for example, you look at this particular bounce. 1, the 2, the 3 was not easy to understand. They created a choppiness here. The 1 was okay. So are we going to watch similar one here? Let's see how the market is going to play out. But keep in mind, on a 3-day chart, whatever we talked about in the video here just 6 days back is still valid. So you should be aware of this possibility. The small pump, now it's reality. You did move from the 0.37 towards 0.64. And now that big drop, it seems like it's coming in. But we want to see where it actually gets that support. If it's supported at 0.5, 0.49, the moving average on a 3-day, that's super bullish. Otherwise, you'll have to look at the weekly, which is at 0.53, which is really close to the current price. So if we manage to close the weekly candle above that, that's very much positive for XRP. And if we don't, it's negative. It's negative. You're testing the moving average, getting rejected. You need to make at least a double bottom to go bullish, or a higher low, say close to 0.41, 0.42. We'll be following the price here and keeping you up to date. And if you want further updates on almost all the other assets in your portfolio, reach out to the Scientific Investor family, where we go through all different assets to give you the idea which you need for your portfolio. So guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, smash that for me. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.